Sports. It's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the three-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, it's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing, Brissett. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Brissett on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 29 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Elijah Moore. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
Now throwing on first down here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Powell's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Felton, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Dobbs. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. And
Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Howell from the gun.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Howell down to throw it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st down, Dobbs to throw.
Again to Bryant, and again it's caught.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime in our first
Well, we all miss football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the 2nd half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Hell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And Howe will throw it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
And even 40 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Forced out to his left. This is caught, and he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Howe looking to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a give right side.
Felton, he'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felton is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That stopped them for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take it.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw Dobbs. Touchdown, Browns. Jalen Darden from 6 yards away. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up in. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Washington offense heading out. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw, Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Browns are right back in this football game. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. To throw is Dobbs. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Now Dobbs. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! Jerome Ford, 30 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Important extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 5. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 5. A little under a minute 50 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Howell.
And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Dobbs.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for two here. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful.
Here's 1st and 10. Powell to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
Powell with one final shot.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least